Excuse me, I got a question.
Somebody give me Romans 13 and 11.
I have a question.
It's a Ronald Carr, man. Give me Romans 13 and 11.
Khan, this is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Brother, you need a water? Thank you.
Hey, what's good, Zariah, man? What's up? Get your ass up. Oh, man, you always be tripping. What's going on, man?
What's good, Red?
Hey, man, they was clowning you at work today, man. So? I mean, we watched the video a couple times, but we really couldn't tell if it was you.
Yo, how's your eye?
Oh, it's cool. God damn!
What's up, Rock? What's up, Rock? Yo, let me get one of them flyers, man. Man, I ain't giving you shit. You better get the hell out of here before Cat Pop come out here. Man, come on, man. Why you gotta be like that, man? I'm trying to come to class, man. Why you acting crazy?
Man, you need to go do that.
Man, I ain't giving him shit.
Man, what? Man, you ain't gonna give me shit. We need brothers to come to class.
Damn, man. Ite me yato me tararo tato. Man, you fucking racist, man. Give me this goddamn flyer, man. You acting crazy, home.
Man, fuck you.
Oh, shit. Tebow, nigga.
What? Who?
Tebow.
Oh, damn, I ain't been to class in a minute. Shit. Oh, shit.
What's up, y'all? What's up, Red? Thanks for the bike. What you got on my ties, homie?
I ain't got nothing. I thought you already collected the tires.
I did, but I want Red's 10%.
Stall him out.
What's up, Red? What you got on my ties, homie?
I ain't got nothing, man.
Oh, yeah, you got something.
I ain't got. Hey, man, that's messed up, man.
Shut your ass up or I knock your ass out.
Yo, Tebow, man, that's messed up, man. Give him his money back.
What money?
You right, man. The money.
Hey, man, why ain't y'all help me?
Yeah, man, I paid my tithes.
Man, that's fucked up. If it was y'all, I would have helped y'all. What about the time he took the tires from me in Zariah's backyard? Oh, that was different.
Man, let's jump him.
Man, sit your ass down, man.
Man, I got mind control over Tebow. When he here, I pay my tithes. But when he leave, I pay my tithes.
Man, damn, man. I should have just paid my tithes, man.
Man, that nigga gonna cry in the car.
He should have paid his tithes.
Shit, real shit.
Bang. This shit is endless. What I speak is the truth. I don't care if it's offensive. 12 rounds hit hard, and this shit gon' go the distance. Way to exit cool, but wait till
Yeah, that's right. It is the ISUPK. That's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out of Harlem, New York since 1969 under commanding General Yohana. And we have been sent out to teach the so-called Black, so-called Hispanic, and so-called Native American people that we are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right. Tonight's class is Galatians chapter 4 and verse 16. Therefore, because I have become your enemy, because I tell you the truth. This right here is a true statement, because right now the truth has become bad, and the bad has become good. Right. That's what we're living through right now. That's what we're living through. And look, this is not something that has happened. That's why I was so eager to talk about this tonight in class. This is like, do y'all think that this is the first time we've ever been told that we cannot confess that we are Jews? Right. This is not the first time that this has happened at all. This is not. And we're going to explore that in history. Let me get that. You got that, Galatians 4:16? Like, we have to right now understand that we are at war. We're really at war. And we really have to understand that and understand that our battle, that our fight is not a physical carnal fight. Meaning I ain't getting out in the street and throwing these up. We ain't getting out in the street shooting. No. Vengeance belongs to the Lord. Damn right. So we're not out there doing that. We're fighting combat through these words, through these scriptures. All right. And when we come out and someone was to say, like Kyrie Irving, right? Kyrie Irving just put up the image of this book. Just put up the image of this book. Right? I guarantee you, ask anybody that's talking about it. Just ask them, what's in the book? Right. What's in this book that y'all saying that makes it anti-Semitism? Have you heard what's in the book? Nobody. Listen, I guarantee you, you ask anybody, go out and talk to the people, especially Christians. They have no clue on what's in this book. I know what's in this book because I read this book and I debated this guy that wrote this book. So I know exactly what the book is about. I know what's in the book and everything. And what's interesting is if you talk to Charles Barkley, he doesn't know what's in the book. Right. If you talk to Shaquille O'Neal, we're gonna look at their statements. They don't know what's in the book. They're only saying it because we have to be very, very careful. They're only saying it because this particular group of people is saying that that's anti-Semitism. Am I saying that word right? Anti-Semitism, sir. Yeah. So that's what they're saying. Let me read Galatians chapter 4 and verse 16 because Paul went through the same thing. Paul couldn't come out and talk about the Romans like he wanted to say. I'm going to show you what he did. Read.
The book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 16.
Read.
Am I therefore become your enemy?
I have become your enemy. I have become your enemy because of the words that I'm saying out of my mouth. I have become your enemy. I have not harmed you. I have not put my hands on you. But just because I'm saying that we are the lost sheep of the house of Israel, I have become your enemy. Read it again.
Am I therefore become your enemy? Because I tell you the truth.
Because I tell you the truth. Well, what is the truth? Let me show you what's the truth. Give me Matthew chapter 5 and 19. Salaki, it might be 18. Start at 18. Yeah, because we have become. Look, I was talking about this before in one of my classes. I'm at the bookstore, right? And I'm looking through books. And a woman comes next to me. I could tell she was a Christian. And this is how Christians look at us, because Christians they're so prideful. They're so self-centered. Now, if I'm not telling the truth, correct me. We got a chat. You're more than welcome to go into the chat and explain and show why they're not. But I can say the reason why I say Christians are selfish is because they go around and they teach and they say that their salvation, their relationship with the Most High is personal. So now when it becomes personal, now it's not about us. It's not about the nation. It's not about the family. It has all become about you. What you got, Op?
And that was 5 and 18.
Read. You can start at 19, Salakia. That's what I wanted.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 19.
Read.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
We break the least of the commandments. We do. The least of the commandments we break. Why do we break the least of the commandments? We break the least of the commandments, which is the truth that we tell you. You break the least like it's nothing, because the Christian church teach you that you don't have to follow the law. So because the Christian church teach you that you don't have to follow the law, read it again.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments.
Read.
And shall teach men so.
Come on.
He shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
This is what Christians are going to be called. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter what you say. Read that again.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these.
It doesn't matter whosoever. Y'all know that word whosoever. Y'all like to use it a lot. It's saying whosoever shall do what?
Break one of these least commandments.
Come on.
And shall teach men so.
This is what they do in the Christian church. They teach men to do so. They teach men to do so. So because you're being taught to do so, now when I tell you the truth, I have become your enemy. Read.
He shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
That's what you're going to be called. That's what the Bible says. That's what the scriptures say. So if you say that, the Old Testament is done away with, and now we're under the New Testament, and I don't have to follow the laws, read it again. What are they going to be?
And shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom.
That's what you're going to be. You're going to be the least in the kingdom of heaven. But we in the School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we tell you the truth and become your enemy because of this. Read.
But whosoever shall do and teach them.
That's what we do here in the School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Listen, if you talk to a Christian and you ask a Christian, do you follow the law? Ask them, when do y'all gather together? And if they say on Sunday, right then and there, you can say you're a person that doesn't follow the law. You're following the commandments of men. That's what you follow. You're not following the commandments of the Most High Power. All right. But here in this school, we teach the truth. And because we teach that truth, this is our reward. Read it again.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
It shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Give me John 15 and 18. We are looking for perfection. We're in this fight. We're in this race for those crowns of righteousness. Listen, I was talking to a pastor the other day, right? And I told him like this. Of course, we was talking about marriage. And I told him straight up, I said, listen, My desire is not to live a life of compromising to the point of the scriptures that I fall from the truth. My position is I want to fight for the truth because I'm fighting for eternity. I'm fighting for everlasting life. I'm fighting for a resurrection. That's what each and every one of us should be doing. Right now, this class should be full. It should be packed right now for what's going on the earth right now. We got wars. We got rumors of wars. We got nations rising up against nation. And look, we are being crucified because we confess that we are Jews. Before you give me that John 15, go to the book of Maccabees. Second Maccabees chapter 6. I gotta go there real quick, and we're gonna come back there. I want you to go to verse. Go to verse 6. Second Maccabees 6:6. This is not something new. Everybody right now should be writing this down. Everybody right now should be saying, look, let me get my precept book out so I can write this down because they took this out the Bible that we getting ready to read. What we getting ready to read right now, they took this out the scriptures. So what they doing to Kyrie Irving, what they doing to Ye, because I'm gonna respect that brother. That brother said if a man change his name, you respect that man that changed his name. Christians don't want to respect that name. They don't want to respect your name. You know why they don't want to respect your name? Because they want to keep you right where you at. Listen, misery enjoys company. They taking you down right with them. But listen, man, I'm fighting for a resurrection. That's what I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for eternity. I'm fighting for everlasting life. I'm not fighting to compromise to have a good day. I'm not compromising so that I can have a good feeling. Salvation for eternity. I want to resurrect. I want to get up. How can I get up if I'm breaking his law? How can I get up if I say I love him and love is keeping his laws, his statutes, and his commandments? Right now, we're going through a spiritual war, a spiritual battle. And these are the words that we are fighting against. This is the spiritual battle that we're fighting against right now. Go ahead. Let me get that real quick, and then you can add to it. Second Maccabees 6:6. This is the battle. This is the fight. Read.
The book of Second Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 6.
Come on.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days. Now listen, I want to explain something to you. A lot of us don't know this, but in the early history of this country, they had a law. It was called the Blue Law. Anybody ever heard of the Blue Law? The Blue Law was you couldn't open up your businesses on Sunday. You couldn't do nothing on Sunday. Everything had to be shut down. That was called the Blue Law. You know why they did that? They was prepping you and teaching you and molding you to change your Sabbath. That's what they were doing. Read it again.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days.
Come on.
Or ancient feasts.
Or any of our feast days. Right now, we are not. The Christian church don't teach the Passover. They teach Easter Passover. They teach that their Passover occurs the first Sunday after the first full moon. So they changed the name of Estra, the fertility goddess, but they kept the same ritual. So if you keep the same ritual and you change the name, you're still doing it. It's just a more craftier way and a deceptive way of doing it. That's all you're doing. That's why, once again, if you look, every time Christians Passover, Sunday Passover is always on the first Sunday after the first full moon of the spring. It's Esther, the fertility goddess. What you got?
Or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Or profess, and look, Kyrie Irving, he didn't even say Jew, he said Hebrew. Let me explain something to y'all. A lot of y'all probably didn't even look at this. This doesn't say Israelites to Negroes. It says Hebrew to Negroes. What's Hebrew? What's Hebrew?
A language.
It's a language. Yo, I guarantee you can't nobody tell you what's in that book and what makes it anti-Semitism. Nobody can tell you what's in that book. Is anybody online? Can anybody online right now tell me or anybody right now in the chat what's in this book that making them say? I'm not asking you what's in the book. I'm asking you what's in this book that make them say, oh, this is an anti-Semitism book. They're just saying it just like they're saying a $5 bill is worth $5. They have nothing to back it up. It's nothing to prove it. They just saying it. And now guess what? It becomes true. You wanted to add something?
Sir, you were saying that you were doing this for the resurrection, and that made me think of a precept that I wanted to.
What you got?
It's 2 Peter 1:10.
Let's get it.
Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
Make sure your calling is an election for sure. You know how you make sure that your election is a calling for sure? You make sure that you're following the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. You make sure that you love the Most High. Yo, I put that up there. I feel like some love right now. 1 John 5:3. This is love. And then I'm going to show you hate. I'm going to show you hate. Because right now, these people hate us because we tell them the truth. They hate us. We have become their enemy because we tell you the truth. We just telling the truth. We're just telling you what's in the scriptures. What is the truth? The truth is keeping his laws, his statutes, and his commandments. Yo, give me Psalms 119 and 142.
You want that 1 John 5:3, sir?
Yeah, read that out. 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. It states, for this, listen, it's saying, this is the love of the Most High Power. Let me say it correctly, Salakia. Let me say it better. I said it correctly, but let me say it better for my Christian audience. It says, who is Salakia? 1 John chapter 5 and verse 4. For what? Verse 3, Salakia, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments is not grievous. Is that just simple? You keep his commandments. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet your brother's wife, your neighbor's wife. It's a simple thing. Thou shalt not eat pork. Right? That's how you love the Most High Power. That's how you love him. What did I tell you to get up?
That was the book of Psalms 119 and 44.
Let's get that truth. Let's see what the truth is. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 44.
Read.
So shall I keep thy law continually.
Come on.
Forever and ever.
For how long?
Ever and ever.
Read it again.
So shall I keep thy law continually.
I will keep this law continuously. Read.
Forever and ever.
All right. What verse is that?
That's 44.
Give me 42.
42. So shall I have wherewith to answer him that reproaches.
Is that Psalms 119, 142?
Psalms. Oh,
That's 42.
42.
Give me Psalms 119, 142. Salaki. You too wild. The truth is that law. And think about it. We're not taught that. A good Christian is a good American. A good American is a good Christian.
Right.
It really is. That's a good American. If you're a good American, you're gonna have a good wife. Because if she's American, she's a Christian, you're a good American, you're gonna fall right in. But the question that I ask you is this: if you're really in this truth, will you be loved or will you be hated? What you got?
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 142.
Read.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness.
Thy righteousness is a how long?
everlasting righteousness.
So here we have a righteousness that's everlasting. Read.
And thy law is the truth.
The law is the truth. The very thing that he told us that if we teach and we do, we shall be great in the kingdom of the Most High Power. That's what it's saying. If it's saying something different, just let me know. That's what it's saying. But you dislike me because I tell you the truth. I tell you that we have to allow the law to navigate our life. We have to allow the law to dictate our right and our wrong. Right now, that should be, our culture should fall in the pocket of what's right and wrong. Right now, every Black, Hispanic, and Native American man right now should be grinding right now. We should be getting ready to work. We should be getting ready to come together right now. Because guess what? When you talk to our elders, they'll always say, well, gay people know how to come together. That's why they get things done. White folks know how to come together. They get things done. Chinese people know how to get things done because they come together. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people, we don't know how to come together, so we don't get things done. How many times you gonna keep saying that? When a person say that, you need to tell them, you're the problem because you're not getting anything done. We in the school, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we get things done. We out on these streets. We out telling our people about their transgressions and how they have to come back to the Most High. We're out screaming out loud, let my people go. That's what we're doing. Give me John chapter 15, verses 18 through 20. That's what we're doing. What are you doing? I know what you're doing. You're complaining. You're talking about how much you don't like us. You're talking about how wrong we are. We're gonna get to the Kyrie thing. We're gonna look at Kyrie, and we're gonna look at Ye, and I'm gonna show you how they're changing the truth of God into a lie. Like when you think about, if you're an Israelite and you think about the word Jew, somebody changed that, the understanding of that word. The word virgin, somebody changed that word, the definition of that word. Somebody changed it. When they changed it, now you're getting a chance to see how words and how phrases are shaped and changed. Because we're seeing the word anti-Semitism, we're seeing it change, we're seeing it molded, we're seeing it displayed right before our eyes, a whole different definition. It's the definition on whatever they want it to be. Whatever the definition they want it to be, that's what the definition is. And you know what's real bad? Our people go along with it. Go ahead, Al.
Salaki, it's problematic. On the so-called apology he did about George Floyd comments, he actually went into that and read the definitions of what anti-Semitism is.
I'm gonna play that.
And it includes everything you just said.
Right.
We just didn't know that it was because they are. The scripture says in their day they are wiser than them. These people think. When they say they have think boxes and they are confederate
against these, I'm gonna go to that.
Man,
it's so real.
It's real.
It's so real.
It's deep, and they are playing chess a
right.
million miles a minute while we're just stuck on shooting crap.
Right, and the problem is our people not getting it. Right now, if you're a sister and you married to a brother, you need to encourage that brother to get into school. Right. You need to encourage that brother, and I'm gonna show you why. This information is going out, and we're gonna show you tonight what happened to Kanye on why when he received this information, what he's supposed to have did. We're gonna show you what you got. We're gonna show you about that because it is a way that this is supposed to be done. It's only one body. It's only one truth. What you got?
And that was John 15 and 18.
God.
The book of John, chapter 15, verse 18. If the world hates you.
If the what?
If the world hates you.
Let me ask you a question. Do the world hate us? Let me ask you a question. Do the world hate you? Do the world hate you for where you stand spiritually? Really? They don't. Because the world is with you. You good with the world. You cool with the world. TD Jakes is cool with the world. Creflo Dollar. TD Jakes got sponsors. He got sponsors. He cool with the world. Read that again.
If the world hate you.
If the world hate you. If the world hate you. This is, it's like going for a job interview, right? When you go for a job interview, they'll say before you get to the job, they'll say, okay, these are the qualifications, right? These are the qualifications for the job, all right? In order to be in this truth, this is a qualification. Read it again.
If the world hate you.
The world gotta hate you. You gotta be hated. You gotta be hated for this word's sake. You can't be hated because you punch somebody in the face. You can't be hated because you will steal from somebody. You can't be hated for anything outside of because we preach this truth. The world, that's a qualification for the job. It comes along with it. And you really have to ask yourself, are you on the wide road and the broad way that lead to destruction? Or are you on that narrow road that leads to that truth? All right? Only few will find that. Just think about it. Christians is on the wide road. They on the broad way. And they're teaching that you don't have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, so it's leading to destruction. That's what it's doing. What else you got?
Ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Listen, if he hated Yahweh Shah, did they hate Yahweh Shah? Of course they did. Was Yahweh Shah outlaw? Of course he was. Look. Was Yahweh Shah homies on the run? Were they on the run? They had warrants. These are people that Christians today would say are bad people. These are people today that Christians will say, we want Barabbas. Kill that nigga. Oh yeah, they'll do it. They'll do it. They'll do it right now to this day. Because they feel as though you have to be loved. It kills me when Christians say that what I'm saying makes them feel bad. It's supposed to make you feel bad. It's supposed to be hated. What I'm saying and what we saying here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is supposed to be hated. It's supposed to have a form of dislike towards it. Because Yahweh Shah, which is our king, which is your Messiah that you claim, he clearly says this. Read it again from the top.
If the world hate you,
what?
Ye know that it hated me before
it hated me before it hated you. You know this. You know this, man. But I know you're saying no. It has to be love. You know why? Because the oppressor changed the definition of love. Now 2 men together is love. 2 women together is love. Matter of fact, cutting your gender short. I'm trying to watch what I say. Getting rid of your gender and switching it is an honorable thing. That's light. That's not hating. That's what it is. What you got, Reed?
Verse 19. If ye were of the world would love his own.
If you was up, I'm not of the world. So you supposed to not like me. And if anybody that's watching this that claim that they don't like me, you don't like me because I'm following that word.
Man, right.
That's a qualification. I need that.
Right.
Oh, I need that. I need you to hate me. I need you because you hated Yahweh Shah first. The same people that's walking around right now saying and teaching that we cannot say that we are Jews, those are the same people that said it before. They just have be regenerated. And us today, we are the people of Galatia. We are the people of Ephesus. We are the people of Rome. We the same people. We doing the same fight. We're doing the same thing. We are told that we cannot say that we are Jews. Right? What else you got?
But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world.
I have chosen you out of the world. When you're chosen out of the world, now it's a decision that has to be made. Because when you being chosen out of the world has laws, statutes, commandments. They have a culture. And guess what? By you snatching me out of the world and bringing me over here, now it's laws, statutes, and commandments. Now this has a culture. Which culture do I follow? If I'm brought out of the world, that means I don't follow those cultures anymore. I follow the cultures of these laws, these statutes, and these commandments. I start to love the most high power. You know something? Christians are the only ones that say they love someone and stop doing what they ask them to do or tell them to do. Christians are the only ones that say that. Oh, I love God. Well, I don't follow his commandments. No. How can you love him if you don't follow what he say? That's the evidence. That's your faith. That's your guarantee. This is to show that you love the Most High because you're doing what he tell you to do. So you have to be hated. I can't be loved. Nowhere in that scripture where he just said, is anything in there about love?
About us being loved?
Anything in verses 18 through 20, those two verses, anything in there about love?
It says the world would love his own.
The world would love his own. It doesn't say the world would love you. Right. The world loves its own. So the world loves TD Jakes. Right. The world loves Creflo Dollar. Right. The world love your pastor. Right. The community loves him. He's doing listen, it's not my job to get you to love me from the love of America. It's my job to get you to love me according to these laws, these statutes, and these commandments. It's my job to get you to love your brother. It's my job to get you to love your sister. That's my job. And if you got to hate me for it and then I got to perish because of it, meaning I have to leave this planet because of it, I'm ready. Let's ride. Because I'm fighting for eternity. I'm fighting for resurrection. I'm not fighting to compromise to feel good for tomorrow. It's not what I'm doing. I'm fighting for something bigger. You got anything else on that?
I don't want to comment, sir.
That's it?
No.
Go ahead.
Therefore, the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
You have to be persecuted. You have to be persecuted. But let me explain this to you. It's a way that you can navigate through this. It's a way. See, this is what happened to Kyrie Irving. What happened to Kyrie Irving? Salaki. What happened to Ye?
He started making comments about how, blacks were being taken advantage by the Jewish community.
Right.
He also started making comments that he was a Jew.
Where did he get that information from?
I should be checked.
You damn right. I want to go on record right now. All right, we're gonna make a clip of this one. If anybody on this planet right now talking about you one of those 12, you from the 12 tribes, that came from One West. That came from the ISUPK. That comes from nobody else. And any other group is just a break off. And if you're a group that broke off from another group, you just break off from a break off. But we are the ones that brought this truth. We are the ones that's like on the day of Pentecost that received that spirit and began to tell what the scriptures is really saying. Right. And that's that one body that we should be all under. All right. But what happened to Ye, you want to add to that? What happened to Ye? Because I'm about to tell y'all right now what happened to Ye. This is not something that we're not familiar with. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we are trained here. We are trained here. What you got, Al?
I was going to say, afterwards, all the Jewish companies broke their contracts with him, and he lost billions of dollars. His sneaker contract with Adidas got dropped, and then they told all the other Jewish owners to not do business with him anymore.
Right.
That's all we can say.
All right. Okay. Anybody want to add anything else? Because I'm about to bring something in on this head, right? You see that? You see that precept I put up there? The precept that I put up is, I want you to get that, Acts 19, verses 13 through 16. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show you something. Right? Now, at the end of every video, at the end of all of our videos, especially when we out on the street, because when we out can't, we're crying out loud and we're sparing not, and we're teaching the people their transgression, right? But in every video, we clearly say this. Show y'all what we say. Clearly. Watch this. All right, so y'all saw that, right? Hold on, let me bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back one more time. Bring it back. Go ahead. Now, why is that important? I'll bring it back one more time. Because now we're gonna just go ahead and read it now. You can pull it up and bring it on the screen. You can bring it up and put it on the screen. Why did we bring that up? Why did we put that at the end? Can anybody tell me why did we put Acts 19? Why did we put that at the end of that video? Anybody in the chat can help out too. Why did we put that in the video? Why? Can anybody tell me why we put that in the video? Go ahead.
Is it because it's a dangerous job?
It's a dangerous job. You got to be trained. Watch this. Let's get it. Acts 19 and 13. This. If anybody talk about Kanye West, right? About Ye, Salakia, about Ye. This is what you need to tell him right here. What I'm about to show you. Read.
Acts chapter 19 and verse 13.
What?
Then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits the name of the Lord Jesus.
And so they decided, they heard Paul, they heard the truth, like Ye heard the truth. And if you hear this, brother, you take heed to what we get ready to say here.
Yeah, right.
All right, take heed to it. All right. So these Jews heard the truth. They heard it. They heard it from Paul, just like Ye heard it from us. Read.
Saying, we adjure you by Jesus whom Paul preaches.
So they said they heard Paul and they said, look, they try to rebuke it out. They try to do what you would call an exorcist, right? Trying to get him up out of there because they heard Paul. They saw what Paul did, so now they want to emulate it. Just like Ye. Ye heard us. He saw us. Now he wants to emulate it. All right? What we're saying is true. What we're saying is true. Just like what Paul was saying and doing was true. But guess what? Paul was trained. Paul got to understand it. And unfortunately, this is something that we don't do. Read.
Verse 14. And there were 7 sons of one Sceva.
Come on.
A Jew.
Read.
And chief of the priests.
Come on.
Which did so.
Come on.
And the evil spirit answered and said, Yahweh shall I know, and Paul I know, but who are ye?
So he said, so here's one that goes and he's trying to do and emulate what Paul is doing. Just like, go and try to emulate what we are doing and speak the words that we speak. Right. But he don't understand. We're trained. We come in class and we shed the world. 90 days. Shed yourself for the world. We observed you. We give you your name. You don't give yourself your name. We give you your name. Why? Because we observe you. We see your attributes. We see where you're strong at. And that's what we build around that. Because where you're strong at shows your spirit.
Right.
It really shows who you are. And we build around that. And that's how you get your name. But Ye heard the truth, and he didn't come in and get it and shed himself on the world. When you're born again, you have to turn into a complete child.
That's right.
Born completely like an infant coming out of the womb, knowing nothing. Read.
Concept. Verse 16. And the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them and overcame them and prevailed against them.
And did what?
Prevailed against them.
That's what happened to Ye at this moment right now. He's being prevailed over because he went out and he began to try to emulate what we do. And those spirits jumped on him and tore him up. In 2 weeks, took him from the richest black man ever in American's history to now he's just one of the guys. He's just one of the rich guys now. Read.
So that they fled out of that house naked and wounded.
That's what happened to Ye. He's wounded. He's wounded. But let me tell you something. This brother can make a strong comeback.
Yeah, right.
This brother can make a strong comeback. That's all that brother has to do is humble himself and come on into school.
Right.
This brother, that's all this brother got to do is pick up the phone and reach out to Commanding General Yohana.
Yeah, right.
And once you reach out to Commanding General Yohana, and that can go through anybody.
Yeah, right.
Once you reach out to Commanding General Yohana, now you got that army that Kyrie was talking about.
Yes.
Now you got the force behind you. Now you got the brothers that's ready to die for you. Because guess what? We know that we got to die for our brothers if we're going to do this thing. We know that this fight is real.
Right.
You got to understand, we not people that's up high and doing this for wealth. No. We the people down low that the Most High is going to bring up high. That's what we are. We are the people that is called not a people. But in this place, we will be called the sons of the living God.
That's right.
That's who we going to be. That's who we are. And that's what's going to be confessed. All right. That's what's going to be done. All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and play this video. We're going to dissect this thing. All right. Because remember, they hate you because you tell them the truth. And you're doing something that is unlawful. You're confessing to be a Jew. Somebody stole that. Somebody took that identity. Salakia, real quick, before I get into this, because I'm gonna close out with these. Give me Psalms 83. Listen, this is prophesied what they did to us. It's prophesied and it's shown in the scripture, right? This is not what happened in 1947 dealing with Salakia. Hold that. You know I'm a hip shooter. Give me Revelation 3 and 9. Now, would the Bible be considered anti-Semitic because it says this?
Talking about service to the white Jews.
Read. Read.
Revelations chapter 3 and verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan.
So the Most High did that. How did the Most High make them the synagogue of Satan? Hold that. We're going to come back. Hold that. Remember, it says, behold, the Most High saying, I will make them the synagogue of Satan, right? How did he do that? Go to Psalms 83. Read.
Verse 1.
Psalms
83 and verse 1. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, the Most High power. Read.
Hold not thy peace.
Come on.
And be not still.
Read.
O God.
Read.
For lo, Thine enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult. A tumult is around you, right? Read.
And they that hate thee.
They that what?
Hate thee.
They that what?
Hate thee.
What did the scriptures say? When you was reading about Yahushua, it says they gotta hate you first, right? Because they hate him, right? So it's a hatred for qualification to show that you in this truth. Read that again.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Read.
Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God.
Come on.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Read.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Come on.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have done what?
Taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel. This is how they was made into the synagogue of Satan, because they have taken crafty counsel. Read.
Against thy people.
Come on.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Not against thy hidden one, but against thy hidden what?
Ones.
As the hidden ones, the Israelites. Read.
They have said,
come on.
Come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Let us cut them off from being nations. Read it again.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
They said, come and let us cut them off from being not nations, but a nation. See, that brother that you don't like, that sister that you have something against, that's your family.
Right.
That's a nation. That's the power of the law, statutes, and commandments. Forgiveness, love your brother and your sister. We are those hidden ones. Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Read.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
Come on.
They are confederate against.
They are what?
Confederate against.
They are confederate against thee. Now go back to Revelation 3 and 9. So now we understand that it has been crafty counsel taken against thy people, the people of Israel, the children of Israel, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. All right? And all nations have consulted together on one consent. Right? Read. Revelation. This is how they became the synagogue of Satan. All nations came together to empower this beast. Read.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan.
Come on.
Which say they are Jews and are not.
We'll read it again.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan.
So the Most High said, I will make them the synagogue of Satan. So he put things in order and put things in place so that they can become what?
The synagogue of Satan.
Read.
Which say they are Jews.
What do they say?
They are Jews.
Now the Most High is saying this. Read.
And are not.
And are what?
And are not.
The Most High said they are Jews. The Most High said, I'm going to make them and put them in that place. And they're going to say that they are Jews, but they are not. But they are not. What did I tell you to go to before that? Matter of fact, give me Revelation 2 and 9. This is in the Bible. So would you say the Bible now is anti-Semitic? I got a mean one too. Salakia, while you reading that, can you grab that history book on the end, on that first shelf, all the way over to your left? It's real old. There you go. Show you another anti-Semitic book before we get up out of here. This is America's first history book. We're going to see what they got to say about the matter. See if it's a little anti-Semitic in there. You know what I mean? What you got out?
Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9.
Read.
I know thy works.
The Most High said he know thy works, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people. Read.
And tribulation.
He know what you're going through. He know that they got their knee on your neck. Read.
And poverty.
Come on.
But thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews. Is this anti-Semitic? Because it's damn sure ain't talking to us. Talking about that we say that we are the Jews and we are not. We don't have no synagogue. We don't have control over nothing. We don't even have our own community. So you know it ain't talking to us. Read.
and are not.
Come on.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
Because you was made the synagogue of Satan. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at Mr. Kyrie. All right. Now, I want to. All right, we're gonna take a look at Kyrie's interview, and then we're gonna look and see what Charles Barkley and them had to say about the matter.
Right.
That's the part that and it really kills me, man, because I'm telling y'all, I guarantee. While we looking at, can anybody in the chat or anywhere, can somebody show me? Has anybody said what's in this damn book, man? I'm serious. Is anybody saying what's in the book? Are they just saying the cover is anti-Semitic? Like, I'm serious, because I'm curious, and I think everyone should be curious. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you should be curious to say, okay, y'all saying it's anti-Semitic. Okay, what's in there that is saying or making this anti-Semitic? All right, I'm gonna play. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and play Kyrie's first.
Sorry, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book that you was referring to right there. This movie. Yeah. I'm that's what I'm referring to. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna tell y'all what's in this book at the end of the class. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm not even gonna say what's in the book. I'm not gonna say what's in the book, right? Because I don't want one of them to watch our class and say, "Oh, I know what's in the book." What's in the book, right?
Right. If you don't know what's in the book, how can you say it's anti-Semitic?
Yeah,
Once again, this word is Hebrew. This is a language. Hebrew to Negroes is a language. Go ahead.
I haven't read the book. I just had a quick question. When you read it, was most of it like accurate on what was happening in history?
Well, of course, me and Doc, we don't get along with the information. The information that he's given, I really don't. Okay, he's somewhere else where I wanted him to be somewhere else. Right. That's all it is. I don't want to talk about what's in the book because I really don't want to say what's in the book. I can tell you after class. I'll tell you what's in the book. But
as long as I get a little bit of that do say, I'll stick around.
He's focused on one aspect of it and really like all of it, all sloppy. He's focused on one aspect of this book, Hebrews to Negroes, and all of his time is basically focused on proving that.
Salakia, I want the people. I don't want to say what's in this. Right. I really want to, because I'm telling y'all, trust me. Anybody that's watching this video and you get a chance to watch this video, I guarantee you, they're never going to be able to tell you what's in this book. They're only saying it because of the cover, and it's a black fist on it. But keep in mind, this is a language. All right. Have y'all listened to Kyrie's whole interview?
Some of it.
All right, so we're gonna play the whole thing. It's pretty good.
There was something that Kyrie Irving did that I didn't understand. I think I understand.
I support everything that's being said or everything that's being done, or I'm campaigning for anything. All I do is post things for my people in my community and those that it's actually going to impact. Anybody else that has criticism, and obviously wasn't meant for them. I'm no different than the next human being, so don't treat me any different. You guys come in here and make up this powerful influence I have over top of the adultery of, oh, you cannot post that. Why not?
Why did you decide to promote something that Alex Jones said?
That was a few weeks ago. I do not stand with Alex Jones' position, narrative, court case that he had with Sandy Hook, or any of the kids that felt like they had to relive trauma, or parents that had to relive trauma, or to be dismissive to all the lives that were lost during that tragic event.
Sir, you watch sports?
My post was a post from Alex Jones that he did in the early 90s,
Yeah, I watch
late
fucking
90s
sport.
about secret societies in America of the cults.
Man,
It's true.
keep that shit
So
low.
I wasn't
Okay, so I wanna
identifying
talk
with
about
anything
this
of being.
real quick. Now, I want to say something about what he just said. Now, I hope I'm on point. Right now. Listen, when he talked about Alex Jones, right? They asked about Alex Jones. Let me show you how Esau is, right? They said, do you support Alex Jones? Anybody know who Alex Jones is?
I don't know.
Go ahead, grab the mic.
He's the guy that was making claims that Sandy Hook was like a hoax.
Right. So because Kyrie liked something a while ago that he has said that don't have anything to do with Sandy Hook, but because he liked something a while ago, they tied him into with Alex Jones. They tied him in. It's crazy. It's crazy that like us right now. They'll go back and look at our posts like 6-7 years ago. And then they'll say, okay, well, we gotta suspend y'all for something you said 7 years ago. I'm telling you, Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of. It's no doubt about it. Let's keep going.
Being a campaignist for Alex Jones or anything, just there to post. And it's funny, and it's actually hilarious because out of all the things I posted that day, that was the one post that everyone chose to see. It just goes back to the way our world is and works. I'm not here to complain about it. I just exist.
And to follow up on the promotion of the movie and the book,
Can you please stop calling it a promotion? What am I promoting?
put it out on your platform.
But I'm promoting it? Do you see me doing, do you see me in front of
putting it out there,
the
people
title?
are going to say that you are
Yeah, I put
promoting.
it out there just like you put things out there, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's not
You put
stuff-
things out there for a living, right?
Right, but my stuff
Great.
is
So
not
let's move on.
filled
Let's
with
move on.
anti-Semitic
Let's
stuff.
move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing
I'm
that.
another
You're
human
free
being.
to post
I can post whatever I want. So
you post
say that
what-
and shut it down and move on to the next question.
But Kyrie, you have to understand that by
I don't have to
post-
understand anything from you.
It's
Nothing.
not me.
Nothing.
By
It's no
posting
people that
what
you're
you
making
did,
up, bro. Move on.
But by posting
Move
what
on.
you
Next
did,
question.
Anybody
Do
is
you
gonna
guys have
look
any more
at it
questions for
and
me?
they're going to say,
You guys have any more
does he have-
questions?
All right. So before I get into what Charles Barkley and them is saying, right? I wanted to go over. I'm gonna tell you something. By listening to the interview, right? I think that Kyrie Irving made a vital mistake because he's not trained. He hasn't come into the school and be trained. All right. When Esau heard that when he said, "I'm not alone and I have an army around me," did you hear when he said that? He said, "I'm not alone and I have an army around him." Right then and there. That's like what Kanye said when he said DEFCON 3. He said he was going DEFCON on the Jews or whatever. And hey, what's heavy about it? He said that he just spelled that wrong. He wanted to say DEFCON, but he said DEFCON. So he spelled it wrong, and because he spelled it wrong, it cost him $2 billion. See, if you had a real rib, she would have read it for you. She would say, "Let me look at that, baby. Let me see." Because whenever I'm about to do a post, I make sure I get my rib to look. Hey, babe, look that over real quick. Make sure my commas and my periods and my punctuation right. Yeah, I may make sure my spelling tight. But when Kyrie said that, those is fighting words. Now I want to say this once again. If you look at the interview, nobody mentioned what's in this book. Nobody mentioned what's in this book. Now listen to what Charles Barkley had to say. Well, I'm gonna go with Shaq first. I was really Shaq. Let me see where he located at. All right. And I'm not gonna be able to pull it because let me see. I'm gonna try to play what Shaq was saying.
Realized the power it had, I knew I had to be very responsible. Followers, platform, whatever you call it, I knew I had to be responsible. I I try to make people happy. I try to make people smile. My formula has always been the same: 60% to make you laugh, 30% to inspire you, and 10% whatever I'm selling. You have to be aware of what you're doing, and you have to be aware that sometimes when you put stuff out, not everybody's gonna like it. Some people are conscious, some people are not.
Yo, you know what? I gotta say this, man. I never knew Shaq was such a coon. He talking about he just shuffling and jobbing. What's wrong? I know. Hey, he just shuffling. Like really, he said, I just like to make people laugh and smile and have fun. What you a Salakia?
Paul Chambers.
No, he's a guy. Salakia, he's a damn juster. The King for Ernie. He doing this shit for Ernie. He like big ass. You too big to be a juster. Am I saying that right? Hey, the
jester, yeah.
This guy talking about, I just want to make you smile. I want to just like, do you fight for anything? Do you stand for something? This is the reason. You know what? I'm gonna say this real quick. I was born in the projects. I was born in old weather projects, right? When I was born, I asked myself, what did I do to be born in such a state, in such a condition? My father wasn't in my life like I wanted him to be. I just didn't have that male role model, so I never got a chance to understand what a man was and how a man should be and how a man should really move and how a man should think. And this is our desire as males. If you're a real male, your desire is to be a man. And this is one of the reasons why I came into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. It's because this is where men are raised to be men. By all means necessary, against all odds. They hate you, all of that, yes. And this is I think every young Black, Hispanic, Native American young man need to be in this school so that you can learn how to stand for your family and how to fight for something. This dude right here, Shaquille O'Neal, don't know how to fight for nothing. Right. He talking about, man, I just want to make people laugh. I get sick of hearing Puffy say that. I'm about love. I'm about spreading love. The scripture says love is keeping your laws, your statutes, and your commandments. It's the commandment of the Most High. You got something you want to add? No. That's love. Love is not embracing a transgender. Love is not giving Kim Kardashian a pass. Kim Kardashian is the righteous one out of Kyrie Irving and her in that marriage. When you talk about Christianity in the world, because Kim did it right. What did Kim do right? She divorced him and got another nigga. Oh, she got another one. But long as she got rid of that one and got another one, and long as she got rid of that one and got another one, Kim's good. Like the boy said, she's a Christian. And I heard, first of all, you know what? I'm not even going to address Kim and her, because she's supposed to be wicked. Yeah, she's supposed to be. She don't know no better. And that's what Kanye don't understand. Kanye West don't understand that she's Esau. And she hated you from inside of the womb. That spirit hated you. And that spirit is designed to destroy you. What you want to add?
No, sir. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 11. It says, in those days, went there out of Israel.
Yeah,
in those days, went there out of Israel wicked men.
Wicked men. Wicked men. You know those wicked men would be? Those wicked men is like John Legend. John Legend would be a wicked man of Israel because he's siding with the other side.
Right.
Shaq is siding with the other side. He would be a wicked man. Charles Barkley would be considered a wicked man.
Right.
Go ahead, Al.
And because of that platform, it says, who persuaded many.
That's what they do. They persuade you. See, they get on TV and they put their tie on. They put they oppressor's tie. They put the oppressor's suit on.
Right.
They put the oppressor's suit on. They shave and make sure they clean shave like the oppressor.
Right.
And then they get on TV and they persuade you. Go ahead, Al.
God. Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
Come on. Why we gotta be upset? Why can't we all just get along? That's what they have done. Shaquille O'Neal is an example of someone selling their soul. Let me tell you something. I was a big Kobe fan.
What?
Yeah, a couple people gonna say something. I was a big Kobe fan when he was playing. Remember that? I said when he was playing. When Kobe was playing, I was a big fan of Kobe Bryant. But when Kobe Bryant retired, and I started looking at him off the court, I was like this.
What do you do?
He just was too white for me. Salakia. He was too, he put on everything, the whole spirit of the oppressor. He put it on. It was disgusting to me. And that's what I see in Shaq right now.
Right.
Go ahead, Al. What else you got?
God, just last verse. It says, and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
That's why they got much sorrow. That's why Shaq in this video, he said, man, we talking about this idiot when we could be talking about basketball. I think it was Charles Barkley. We could be having fun, man. Now we got to deal with this truth.
Right.
We got to deal with these guys in this book that I have no idea what the hell it's saying.
Sir.
Yo, I really got to drive that home. I'm telling you, I guarantee y'all, whatever profession you at, whatever occupation you got, ask somebody when you talk to them about Kyrie Irving and say, what did he do, or what did he say, or where's the anti-Semitism? Where's that coming from? I guarantee you they're not going to be able to tell you. Because they following behind what our oppressor says. That's what they're doing. They're following behind the oppressor. They're not taking the time out to find out what's in the book. They're not. Just because Esau said it was anti-Semitic, it's anti-Semitic. All right? Finish playing this.
But us, I know that the game that we used to love, people that it hurts me sometimes.
He had a nerve to say that Kyrie is not conscious. I could go on and on. I'm not going to keep pausing this. And I know y'all, but he's talking about he's not conscious. Yeah.
I didn't know Shaq was that big of a coon.
Oh, yeah. Shaq's a real coon.
I knew Charles Barkley for sure.
Oh, yeah. Charles Barkley. He married Esau. Charles Barkley. Yeah, he ready to die for him. And Shaq gets on. I ain't even gonna get on Shaq right now. Look, he's talking about we gotta answer what this idiot is saying. I hope I'm there for Shaq's judgment. I hope the Most High call me. Dasha Young, come up here. Yeah, Shaq's up here. I know you've been waiting on him. And I'm going to come right up, boy. I'm going to judge the hell out of him. I'm going to call him an idiot and everything. This guy's unbelievable, man. All right, that's enough for him. He just... I'm not even gonna play Charles Barkley. I'm just so Charles Barkley. He talking about he should have been suspended. Yo, I was saying, oh yeah. But my thing is, nobody knows what's in the book.
Right.
I'm telling y'all, trust me when I'm telling you, they have no idea what's in this movie. They have no idea. Yo, if you see the movie is not talking about, Esau. And it don't even come at Esau at all. This dude is, I mean, to me, he's half Christian. So he don't even come like that. So that's why go ahead.
Charles Barkley spit on a little girl back in the day.
Oh yeah, he spit on a little girl.
Yeah.
Oh, they said he was straight. Yo, Charles Barkley threw somebody through a window too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he spit on a little girl. Did he get suspended?
No, I don't think he got in trouble.
He spit on
Well, back then it wasn't as soft as it is now. He is though.
This is crazy.
He is. Charles Barkley can't talk about nothing. Charles Barkley can't talk about. You can take that down now. I don't want it. I ain't even gonna go into it. Charles Barkley can't talk about nothing now. He can't because he married Esau. So now his fight is for his wife. That's what his fight is for. So he can't. Charles Barkley can't talk about nothing. But what I want to do is I want to play this one by Ye now. This one right here is heavy. When I first saw this, I said, people not listening to what he's saying. It was crazy. Hold on. Yeah, that's it. All right, we got to start at 101. Now listen to this. All right. Let's see. Is that 101? All right, here we go. Right there. Listen to this. Now, this is a heavy video interview right here.
I didn't realize that I could be considered anti-Semitic till I read one of the definitions of anti-Semitism. Look at this. The definition says.
Hold on. Give me a sec. I gotta pull it up. Thought I had pulled it up.
Or stereotypical allegations.
Hold on. Give me a sec, guys. Give me a sec.
The audio.
I know. I want the video up too.
But not exclusively.
This
sounds like a.
I want to play it. I want to bring it back.
Think about it. That sounds like the type of wording that's in the contracts, right?
Such as, especially but not exclusively, the myth about a world Jewish conspiracy or of Jews controlling the media, economy, government, or other societal institutions.
Isn't that what you said?
Oh, yeah, I'm about to start it over.
I didn't realize
Is that it?
that I could be considered anti-Semitic till I read one of the definitions of anti-Semitism. Look at this. The definition says, making mendacious, dehumanizing, demonizing, or stereotypical allegations about Jews as such, or the power of Jews as a collective, such as, especially, but not exclusively. This sounds like let the go by. All right, so it says, think about it, that sounds like the type of wording that's in the contracts, right?
Indeed.
Okay, it says, such as, especially, but not exclusively, the myth about a world Jewish conspiracy or of Jews controlling the media, economy, government, or other societal institutions.
But isn't that what you said? That Jews run everything?
Yeah, but that actually is considered to be anti-Semitic.
Right.
So I didn't realize that it was anti-Semitic to say, hey, I have a Jewish attorney, I have a Jewish record label, I have a Jewish contractor, I have a
Do you regret your statements?
Or the statements you think you should be walking back? I mean, considering.
What do you mean walking back?
Well, backing up off of them. I mean, the thing is, you've lost a lot of endorsements. People are dropping you. You're getting, vilified. I mean, you might think you're right, but I think, there's a whole world out there that's condemning you for
Okay, so when you listening to that, right, or that one part right there, the reporter feel like he got him. You peep that out? The reporter felt like he had him. He said, "Isn't that what you said?" After he read the definition. Oh, you reading the definition? Isn't that what you said? Isn't that what you did? So the reporter is in a phase of "I got you" moment. But Kanye continues to go because he's saying, yeah, this is what it says, and we're gonna break it down in a second. But this right here is heavy. This is heavy.
What you said.
Okay, so this right here is a chart of Universal Studios, 20th Century Fox, ABC News, CBS News, Columbia Pictures, Warner Brothers, ESPN Sports, Fox News, Washington Post, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MTV Music Television, Nickelodeon, USA Today, Wall Street Journal, Comedy Central, NBC Entertainment, Google, what else do we have? Disney, ABC Kids and Family, YouTube, Los Angeles Times, Discovery Network, Paramount Pictures, Facebook, Huffington Post, Yahoo, Marvel, Hulu, Cosmopolitan, Time, Touchstone, Associated Press, Pixar, Miramax, HBO, New York Post, LucasArts, MSNBC, DreamWorks Animation. Now, the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just unclear on this list. The red are the executives that are Jewish at these companies.
Do you think they stuck together when they heard what you said? Was that what happened?
Well, what I said is, hey, I've had experiences where it felt like I was being teamed up on.
Pause that. That right there is heavy. Because what he did was he went to the, listen to what happened now. He went to the internet. He read the definition. And the definition was saying exactly what the truth was.
Right.
And they call that anti-Semitism. In other words, they saying, we're doing it in your face, and you better not say nothing about it. You better not mention what we're doing.
Right.
That's what they're doing. They're saying, listen, yeah, we own everything. We own all of that. And then he goes and he shows it. Did we play the part where he showed it out? Did we play that? Let me
just show the company's concert.
Oh, he showed it?
Yeah, concert.
Right.
All in red.
All the red was the people. Look, we gonna get to the point where we ain't even gonna be able to say their name. We ain't gonna be able to say the ish. We ain't gonna be able to say it. And guess what? You know what's heavy? Our people ain't gonna do nothing about it. I want y'all to understand something. The reason why we got something done back in the 60s is because we boycotted. We boycotted the buses. We went after the money. With Kanye, they going with Kyrie and Kanye, they going after the money. Think about it. With Kyrie, they saying, look, if y'all don't do anything about it, the people that does the endorsements for the games are going to pull back their endorsements. They're going after the money. I'm just saying, why we can't come together? You mean to tell me you can't love me? That's the reason why we can't come together. Because of that guy right there, that Martin Luther King guy. Give me the dream, huh? That's the reason why we can't come together. That's the reason why we can't come together. Go ahead.
It's sad because one thing that I had recently came across was Martin Luther King's name used to be Michael.
Michael. Mm-hmm.
And his father was so enamored by some devil that he would change his own son's name, and that spirit continued in Martin Luther.
Right. Well, he thought that was a devil. That's what it was. He thought it was a devil. If he'd have known that he was a brother.
Oh shit. So the
Martin
Luther
yeah, he was a brother. If they'd have known he was a brother, they wouldn't have never gave him that name. They wouldn't have never gave him that name. You got that out?
Concert.
Where you at?
I'm at the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 25.
23 and 25. Let's get it.
Yeah, screen share real quick.
Right. What we gonna go down to? Verse what? 28.
You tell me when, sir.
We're gonna go down 25 to 28, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Now, what we're saying is the reason why it's hard for Charles Barkley, it's hard for Shaquille O'Neal, it's hard for our people to understand that there's a separation between us. There's a difference between us and them. We are a nation that is supposed to be holy. We're supposed to be set apart. Deuteronomy 7 and 6 says that the Most High has called us to be holy, to be above all nations and all people that are on the face of the earth. And the reason why we can't get it together is because of the civil rights movement, because of Martin. He loved Esau. He had these orgies, and then he came out and he did speeches about us coming together and loving and embracing them and not embracing ourselves. Because if you say that you want to love everybody, where's the love for your brother? Where's the love for your sister? It has to be a special love for family. That's what it has to be. What you got, Al?
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 25.
Read.
I have heard what the prophet said.
This is what Martin said.
That prophesied lies in my name.
This is what he has done. He has prophesied lies in his name. He has prophesied lies in his name behind his own lusts. Read.
Saying, I have dreamed. I have dreamed.
Ain't that what he said? Ain't that what Martin said? I have a dream.
All right.
That's what he said. He's a liar. Because nowhere in these scriptures does it say that all nations are going to come together in unity.
Right.
So that was a dream of his own dream. Right. That's why he says, what did he say?
I have dreamed.
I have a dream. Read.
I have dreamed.
I have a dream. Ain't that what he said? I have a dream. Read.
Verse 26. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies?
How long? This is rooted deep down. This is rooted deep down into our people. That we have to come together and unify. They're not thinking about coming together and unifying. They're thinking about keeping us at a distance and telling us what to say and telling us what to think and telling us how to feel. Read.
Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own heart.
That's what Muhammad too, but that's what Martin was doing. That's what Michael was doing. It was a deceit of his own heart. Why? Because he's having orgies with Esau. They in the hotel having orgies. Listen, I'm not saying that's something that's not true. Go back and listen to what's her name? Jane Kennedy tapes.
Right.
She talks about it. She talks about how the FBI was using surveillance on Martin, and John F. Kennedy, he had to call Martin and tell Martin, look, man, you got to stop having all these orgies, man. The FBI is listening to you. We got the tape. Ain't that what they said in Minister Society? We got the tape. Go ahead.
What did he tell the Edomite women to call him?
What?
He said, call me nigga.
That's what he said?
He said, call me nigga tonight.
That's what it is. And remember, the first person that tried to take Martin out was who? It was a sister. It was a sister. Go ahead, read.
Verse 27.
Come on.
Which they do cause my people to forget my name by their dreams which they tell. Every man to his neighbor.
This is what he's telling them. He was saying that I have a dream that every man, we all together, we all neighbors. Esau came over here, took over the land, put a law in place that said if I have a child on this land, that child is a native of this land. That's your neighbor. Go ahead.
Common concept. As their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal.
That's what we have done. We have forgotten the law, statutes, and the commandments. We have forgotten Yahweh Shah Mashiach. We don't that name. No, we following after the world called Jesus. He came with different gospels. He came with a different sacrifice. He came with different laws, statutes, and the commandments. Remember, they told us that we don't have to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. So this is something different, right? Read.
Verse 28. The prophet that has a dream.
Martin.
let him tell a dream.
Let him, come on.
And he that hath my word,
come on,
let him speak my word.
That's what we do right now. We got the word and we speak it faithfully.
That's right.
So we let Martin have his dream. We let Muhammad have his dream. Look, we let Constantine have his dream. We let all of these people have their dreams. We're going to follow this word and we're going to follow it faithfully. Read.
What is the chaff to the wheat?
Come on.
Saith the Lord.
Read.
Is not my word like as a fire?
My word is like a fire. It purifies. It sets things straight. If you put metal, you put precious stones into fire, it purifies it. That's what we are. We are the jury of the Most High God.
That's right.
And putting us in that judgment, it purifies us. Read.
Saith the Lord.
Come on.
And like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces. Therefore, behold, I am against the prophets.
He is what?
Against the prophets.
Come on.
Saith the Lord.
Read.
That steal my words.
They do what?
Steal my words.
That's what Martin did. He stole his words. Read.
Every one from his neighbor.
Every one from his neighbor. All right. Any questions in the room? Any questions online? All right. I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer Mataziala. You got some?
Nah, I was about to say amen. Like,
oh, snap. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Sorry.
Yeah, I wanted to go here. I'm gonna do this another time. You gonna be at.
All right, CPK security announcements. Group rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they will seek counsel from the heads. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in Hebrew, Ma'ashara. That's 10% every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Priest funds, free will offering for the priests. It's not mandatory. It's whatever amount you like to donate. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the Feast of Dedication, December 17th. That's on Saturday, and it will be held right here, 202 North DuPont Boulevard, beginning at 7 o'clock. Come 6:30. You know, you want to be early. You know what I mean, for a high holy day. You don't want to be late. So, try to arrive on time. Bring something, of course, if it's at all possible.
Don't come empty-handed.
And remember, don't come empty-handed. And remember, this is the Feast of Dedication. So we want to beautify the temple. We want to add unto the temple in the school. So whatever the Lord lays on your heart, do whatever. Be obedient. All right. Now, if I think that's all as far as announcements. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. With that being said, men of Israel, Amijah, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Amijah Shabbat, Amijah, Barak, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Yahweh Matai, Sarge means turn to sisters. We can get sister courtesy salute. Amijah Shabbat, Amijah, Barak,
Yahweh Small, Al Damba, Shem Yahweh Shah,
Yahweh Matai, class dismissed.
Get down here to class, 1232 North King Street, Wilmington, Delaware.
Shalom, Lord Christ, to my brothers and sisters, man. Y'all need to come down to 1232 North King Street, where the truth resides, man. ISUPK Delaware. We definitely representing doing some big things.
Right? 202 North DuPont Boulevard in Smyrna, Delaware.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Come and be a part of this rising thing that we got going on here in Delaware.
I hear everybody claiming that they love the Lord and love God and all that. Well, get in here and show it. You know what I mean? The scriptures say faith without works is dead. So if you ain't doing nothing, your faith is dead. So get up and do something. What you need to do is get your ass up and get in the class. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing else. You sitting home wasting time. Everything is going on around you, and you don't know how to compartmentalize these things. You understand? I'm on my way to class right now, like you should be. You know what I'm saying? Class don't stop for nothing.
Hesitate. There you go. I'm gonna start doing it right away because I'm noticing when I exit. What's going on, Kosh?
With these squads, sir.
He stopped right in the middle of it.